Guys, it's Cream Slides. I hope you're having an amazing day. It's been a while, but just look at the gameplay on the screen. This is me in a solo campaign, just messing about in a legendary mode, just absolutely just ripping enemies apart, healing, you know, going in biz, just spanking shit. You know how we do on the channel. I wanted to make sure that I brought you the heat with this build. I was waiting on the right fragments, and it's absolutely just blown me away, this build. I can't wait for you guys to see what I've been cooking up. As you can see from the gameplay, it's just disgusting. Invisibility, healing all the time, just melting people with a Ruinous effigy. It's had a 40% damage buff inside of PvE, but not only that, it's had a 66% damage increase when you smash that orb. Oh my god! And we're going to be taking advantage of Fontamite, so the damage numbers just go through the roof. And as you can see from the gameplay, look at this poor wizard. You know, we blinded him. We had enough time to sit there and mock him. But yeah, we're going to be using the frosties to get our abilities back faster. I was gobsmacked. I was just playing around, and I've not seen people pretty much using this build, but I'm like, why not? We've got Devour now. Like, we can just get healed. Like, you're just healing. Like, at this moment right here, I'm about to die. Devour kicks in. It's just mental. So this is a gameplay. I'm not going to spoil you too much with going into what we're doing. It's a Ruinous effigy and the frosties we're going to be using to get our abilities back with the frosties. So let's get into the fragments and all that good stuff. Yeah. Take a look at the aspects and the fragments, but before we get into that, I want to say thank you everybody for the support on the channel. I know it's been a while since my last video, but like I said, I wanted to make sure that I had all the fragments ready to put this build together. Let's get it cracking. So I do recommend speccing into your discipline for this build, because as we know, in the Witch Queen, grenades are probably our strongest tool. And while we're talking about grenades, we're going to be using a vortex grenade with this build, because it's just, to me, I feel like it's still the strongest grenade. And even if you whiff your grenade, sometimes it pulls enemies inside it, which is an added bonus. So the aspects are vanishing step. When you dodge, you go invisible. And stylish executioner, defeat weakened or suppressed or volatile targets, and you gain invisibility and true sight through that as well, which is absolutely amazing. And we're going to basically enhance this with the fragments we're using. So the first fragment is going to be Echo with instability. Defeating targets with grenades, it does grant you volatile rounds to your void weapons, which is absolutely amazing. Do recommend, I know we're not in the weapons part yet, but take advantage of using an osmosis kinetic with this build, because it's absolutely amazing, right? I run a kinetic submachine gun, so when you get a grenade kill, you've got volatile rounds with Ruinous effigy and your kinetic, which is absolutely amazing. So you can just switch between them two when you defeat a target with a grenade. I mean, it's one of the simplest things to do in this season is get a grenade kill, and you're getting volatile rounds, which is extra damage for your kinetic and your special. So definitely a key fragment for this build. Next one is Echo of Persistence. Void buffs applied to you have increased duration, so we are going to be using invisibility and Devour in this same build, guys. This is what I'm saying. This build just has everything. A hunter with Devour and invisibility. This is just broken, guys. I'm not joking. The hunters are broken this season. Don't even try me. So the next mod is going to be Echo of Undermining. Your grenades weaken targets, which makes it that much easier to kill. But the last fragment is going to be Echo of Starvation. Picking up an orb of power grants Devour. So now we've got the fragments out of the way, we'll take a look at the weapons. So like I said, we've got Escape Velocity is my choice submachine gun. It has Osmosis and Overflow, making it even deadlier when we get volatile rounds. Ruinous effigy, it has had a massive buff, 40% damage buff inside of PvE, and not only that, when you melt your enemies and you create that sphere, when you slam that sphere down, you are getting a 66% damage increase on that. And throw on whatever heavy you want, it's totally up to you. I was using this rocket launcher, I think it's really cool. Explosive light impulse amplifier. We're going to be making plenty of orbs of power anyway, so you're going to be getting explosive light all the time. But I did say we're going to be using Font of Might inside this build somewhere, so if you do feel like using a Void Heavy, then feel free to use that as well. But like I said, these two absolutely complement each other. By God, it's just crazy. So, first mods we are using is Font of Might. So when we pick up an elemental well, we are going to have a 25% damage increase for 10 seconds with Ruinous Effigy. If you throw a grenade, you can take advantage of Font of Might through Osmosis perk as well. So like I said, the synergy, guys, is absolutely amazing. This build, and I'm going to put it out there right now, you need to have an Osmosis kinetic with this build, right? Because it just suits this build up to fuck. So, let's take a look at these mods that we've got here. There's going to be ways now to get Orbs of Power. Like, we need Orbs of Power to grant Devour. So we're going to be making Orbs of Power through our kinetics and Ruinous Effigy. So the first one, Harmonic Siphon, rapid weapon final blows with a damage matching your subclass, creates an Orb of Power. Kinetic kills, you can gain an Orb of Power through multi-kills through that. So we're always going to be getting orbs with pretty much both of the main weapons we are using with this build. So don't worry about generating Orbs of Power, because you will have plenty there. The second mods we are going to be using is Grenade Start. So when you throw your grenade, you're going to get a chunk of your grenade back instantaneously. Only that, we're using the frosties as well, so when you run, it's increasing your ability regen even faster. So you pretty much have your abilities up non-stop all the time. So Volatile Flow is a artifact mod. Picking up a Void Elemental Well grants you volatile rounds for your Void weapons. So Osmosis, turn that into a Void weapon for Ruinous Effigy there as well. So this is really important, the next one that we've got on our chest, and I wanted really to stress that, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you can pretty much have resistance from all elements with, if you throw on a Void chest piece with the new artifact mod. So I do recommend getting thermal shock plating, as it does reduce your incoming solar damage and your art damage, and I do recommend also throwing on a Void resistance. So for every resistance you have is a 25% damage resistance. So here we have covered every element. Do not let the secret out, people. We have just covered yourself from all elements in the game. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back, people. Yeah. Right, next one, Reaping Well Maker. So this is going to be a great way how we can spawn them elemental wells. So pretty much dodge, get a kill, you will get a Void Elemental Well. Pick that up, you have volatile rounds and ability regen through the elemental wells. The next mods we have are Elemental Ordnance. So you throw a grenade, get a kill, get an elemental well through your grenades and when you're dodging. So there's plenty of elemental wells to go around. You can share them out like the Last Supper. Elemental wells, orbs of power coming from all sources. You just granting Devour, volatile rounds. It's just, it doesn't get much better than this, guys, I'm telling you. So on the on our cloak we have Well of Tenacity. Yeah, again, when you're running over an elemental well, you are getting a 50% damage resistance with Well of Tenacity for 10 seconds, which is absolutely amazing. And you pair that with Devour, you're unstoppable, guys. And Overload Grenade is one of the best mods this season. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your continued support. The screenshot will be on screen now. I'm Cream Slice. Peace.